Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's IEP meeting for Susie. My name is Miss Cynthia and I'm Susie's special education teacher. I'm here to walk you through the results of the evaluations we recently completed and explain how we'll use this information to support her learning moving forward. I'll make everything as clear as possible and of course feel free to ask me any questions. To get a full picture of how Susie is doing, we use a variety of tools. We don't rely on just one test. We combine standardized testing, teacher input, parent input, classroom observations, and work samples. This way we can see not just how Susie performs on the test, but how she functions in a real classroom environment. Here's a quick summary of what we use. Starting with the Wechsler Intelligence Scale for children. This looks at how children think and process information. Susie showed strengths in verbal thinking and visual problem solving, but she had more difficulty with memory and how quickly she processed information. For the second one, we had Woodcock-Johnson's test for achievement. This measures skills in reading, writing, and math. Susie performed well in math, especially with calculations, but showed significant difficulty in reading and writing. These are her biggest areas of need. For the third test, it's a test of auditory perceptual skills. This test checks how well Susie can listen, remember, and follow directions. She struggled with remembering words and numbers, which is something we want to support. And for the last test is the teacher reports and observations. In class, Susie tries hard and gets along well with her peers, but she often falls behind during reading lessons and leaves work unfinished. She thrives in math class and seems more confident in that area. Based on the results from these assessments and classroom data, Susie qualifies for special education services under the category of a specific learning disability in reading and written expression. Now, allow me to break that down. A learning disability does not mean Susie is not smart. It means that her brain processes language in a different way. For Susie, that means she struggles with breaking words into sounds, having to do with phonics, remembering and connecting sounds to letters, reading fluently and understanding what she reads, spelling and organizing her thoughts in writing. This isn't because of anything Susie is doing wrong, it's how her brain is wired. And with that right support, we can help her succeed. And here's how we'll support Susie moving forward in the classroom. We will pre-teach vocabulary before reading lessons so she's not overwhelmed. We will use visual aids and pictures to help her connect with new material. We will give her extra time for reading and writing assignments. We will allow her to respond in different ways, like drawing or saying her answer, especially when writing can be difficult. And provide sentence starters or graphic organizers to help her organize her thoughts. Technology tools we can use is the text-to-speech programs, which will help her hear what's written on the page. Speech-to-text tools will let her speak her ideas instead of writing them out. And we can also use apps like Lexia, Boomcards, or Epic, which will give her extra practice with phonics, reading, and fun and engaging ways. With this consistent support, we'll build her confidence and help her access the curriculum, just like her other peers. I also want to reassure you that we followed all legal and ethical guidelines throughout this process. This includes getting your permission before testing, making sure we use multiple types of assessments, keeping everything confidential, and making sure Susie was tested in a way that's fair and appropriate for her age and background. Our goal is always to do what's best for the students with your full involvement as parents and team members. Thank you again for being such an important part of Susie's team. She's a sweet, thoughtful student with a lot of potential. And with these supports in place, we're confident she'll continue to grow. Feel free to ask me any questions, and let's work together to create an IEP that reflects her strengths and helps meet her goals. Thank you.